Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Tosin John from T Angel Business School. Today it's all about the money, money, money. It's all about the money. My name is Tosin John from T Angel Business School, and my aim and my mission is to be able to help entrepreneurs gain clarity around their business goals, those that want to start business and those that are already in business, but they are stuck as to how to move the business to higher levels and greater levels. My aim and my mission is to be able to give you clarity and for you to be able to have all the information, the resources, the strategies that you need to move your business forward in order to help your business and take it to a profitable level. Hence why today's topic is all about business finance. Business finance is a very broad topic. This is why I've broken it down into four series. Today is all about the basics of business finance. So we're just going to go through everything all that is concerned with our business finance. The second series is going to be talking about the components of a profitable business. So what makes a business profitable? Third week, we're going to go deeper into cash flow management and what it is all about, which is all about the income versus the outgoing, how you plan for the money that comes in, and how you ascertain the money that goes out, just to make sure that you're not in the red. And the last part of this series, we're looking at the revenue goal that you need to have in order for you to make sure that you're running your businesses profitably. And I'm going to say that this is not just relevant for business owners. This is also very relevant for people that wants to put their finances in good shape. If you know that you want your finance to be in a state where it's yielding you results, because I see a lot of people, and the reason why I'm making these a series of four is because I've met a lot of people and I've done a lot of surveys, a lot of questioning with regards to people that wants to start their business or people that are already in business. And most of the challenges they have is relating to finance, is relating to cash flow. And what I need to get straight is that we need to take everything down to basics. Your income, even from your employment, it also affects everything that you do. Because what you will find out, when we started our business close to 10 years now, a lot of savings from our employment actually helped us to start on a better level. And hence why people that already have employment, they have a better chance. So therefore, your income from your employment is going to help you to stay afloat, because sometimes when you just start a business, the business will not go in the direction that you might want. It's very, very important that we put our finances in order, because the lifeblood of any business, it actually depends on the money that is coming in. If you don't have cash flow, if there's no money coming in from your business, and you have more going out, you're spending money to market, you're spending money to advertise, you're spending money to put yourself out there, you're even spending time to put yourself out there, and you cannot account for the money that is coming in. If you cannot account for the income that you have from your business, it means that business is not going to last you on the long run. We need to come down to the basics of what a business finance, business cash flow, and all the the terms and all the big jargons you hear out there. We need to get to basics with those words, because what you will find out, those words that you hear, like cash flow, profit, loss, expenditure, taxes, everything will come to light when, first of all, you know what is coming in. And therefore, I want us to be able to look at, first of all, what is our goal for starting a business? Why am I really in business? You need to ask yourself such questions. Why do I have a business? Is it for me to be able to make extra money just on the side, so that I'm able to meet up with my loans, my credit cards, and just to pay the bills? Or am I starting a business in order to give myself a lifestyle? Maybe I love traveling. Maybe I like to just take 2 months off from work, and I won't get paid. I don't mind, but I have 2 months off. I can do whatever I want in that time. I can travel. So therefore, my side also is actually sponsoring that lifestyle. Or are you in business and making that extra money in order to be able to give your children the life that you never had? Maybe you want them to go to private schools. I want you to begin to ask yourself some of these questions, because it will begin to help you to put things into proper directive and proper shape. So, are you in business in order for you to just make sure that that business replaces your 9 to 5, it replaces your full-time job? So if you don't know why you are running a business, if you don't know why you actually are making that extra money from your business, if you have a job or you left your job to start a business, what is the end goal? The money you're making and the money that business is going to give you, what would it serve? What purpose is it for? So until you actually have it penned down, until you have it all written down so that you know what you're working towards, because the end goal will always help you to take a reverse action back to the beginning. Once you have the end in sight, once you know where you're going, it helps you to know how to get there. Like I always give this illustration. If I'm going from London to Manchester, I need to have the direction. I need to know what the next journey is going to be. Even if I'm using a sat nav to take me from point A to point B, I need to have an understanding of when the sat nav tells me to turn left, which left. Is it the first left, the second left, the third left? And therefore, you need to have an understanding of where you're going with your business. Until you have that understanding, you're not going to know how to plan for the income, for the money that is coming in. One one of the problems that we had when we had our business, because we went into it, on a whim. We just decided, myself and my husband, I was on my maternity leave, and even though I had the opportunity to go back to work, and the job I had then was, it was giving us, it was actually paying for everything that we need. So I didn't have any cost to want to start a business. I wasn't in any desperate situation for me to start the business. It was just out of passion. It's something that we wanted to do. So it wasn't out of desperation. But what I noticed is this: we did not have a plan for the money that was coming in. We'll earn money and we'll pay the bills. All the bills were all summed into one. The income from the business will pay for the business expenses. The income from the business will pay for our personal expenses and everything that we needed to do. So we didn't need to put the plans that I'm actually going to give us now. We didn't have that. And that is what I see a lot of businesses do. The money comes in and the money goes out. The money comes in and the money goes out. And the mistake that I find that you do when you do that, when you don't have a concrete plan, you don't have any schedule, you don't have any portion for the money that comes in, you might be running your business at a loss and you will not know it. Until we had someone coming to sit down to look at our books, to actually show us some of the mistakes that we were making. Because we thought initially, we don't need an accountant. I was able, because of my past experience, I was able to just create spreadsheets, and I was able to just put things, okay, yeah, money comes in, we pay for this, we pay for that. And then after a while, we began to see we were able to make payments, but the money that we invested, we could not account for it. And therefore, it is very, very essential. So some of the problems that we find out is that the money coming into your business is just going out. So money is coming in, money is going out. You might be running at a loss unless you are tracking it, unless you know what's coming in, unless you know what you're using it for. And once you're able to, first of all, ascertain why you're starting that business, why you're in that business, all right, it will help you to begin to put things into proper shape, into proper perspective. You might also be in business to be able to have investments. So you know the money that is coming in. You have a job, a 9 to 5 that gives you your money for personal expenses, your personal needs, and it's catering for everything that you need. But you want to start a side also. Maybe you are looking into investing into properties, into lands, into stocks, into premium bonds. And therefore, you know that your business starting a side also will help you to cater for that aspect of investments. So all of these things, you need to note them down while you are in business. What returns do you hope to get from that business? So once you have everything all written down, okay, what we want to do is that we need to plan everything from, like I said, we are going to reverse engineer the income that is coming in. Today, I'm just going to talk about, like I said, just the basics of what business financing is, why we need it. If you don't have your business finance in shape, what it will cost you, and if you have it in shape, what you will gain from it. Why it is very important first for us to identify why we're in business. And so once you know why you're in business, is it to create you just extra buffer of money in order to be able to meet up those extra expenses? Are you in business in order to be able to just start investing the money into something else? Maybe some people are looking to start warehouse business. Some people are looking to start a transportation business. So have you sat down to cost those things that you want to use the money for? Have you sat down to actually see how much it's going to cost you? All right. And therefore, having that at the back of your mind, or having that foundation I'm giving us today, will help us at the revenue goal section. Because once you know why you need the money, once you know how much you need, say for instance, I want my business, or I'm starting a side business in order to just give me a sort of lifestyle that I want. I want to travel twice a year, and I've estimated that traveling twice a year on holiday, and I want to travel for 2 weeks at a time, or 3 weeks at a time, or 4 weeks at a time, and I've estimated that this should cost me around £5,000. I'm in UK, hence why I'm using the pound sign. So if it's going to cost me £5,000, then I need to know that my business can, after expenses, will give me that £5,000 extra buffer for me to be able to sponsor my lifestyle. But if I'm not assessing how much my business is making me, what are the expenses it needs to cover, because I've got business expenses, I've got my personal expenses, I may have loans and credit cards and the lot I also need to cater for. All right. If I do not assess how this business is catering for all of the basic expenses that I need to cater for, and then I have extra money to sponsor that lifestyle, I could be sponsoring my lifestyle on credit. That means I'm using the money that is not available because I've not checked if that business is actually making me enough profits to sponsor my lifestyle. Hence why this particular series is very essential for us to get our acts together. So therefore, we need to understand first and foremost, why am I in business? What is that business going to create for me? What am I setting it up to do? So this business, I've already started it. It's already functioning. It's already live. People are noticing. People are purchasing. People are buying. And I am not assessing how much I'm actually spending to run that business. And I'm not assessing how much money that business is making me, one, every day, how much is making me every week, and how much is making me every month. All right. I don't have any spreadsheet to track my incoming, to track my outgoing. It's very, very easy for me to be running that business detrimental to my sanity, because what you will find out is you will just see money, because this is some of the mistakes that we made in the past because of the kind of business that we had. It's a business whereby a lot of cash coming, a lot of money coming, but a larger percentage of that money does not belong to us. But it is very easy to get carried away with the amount of money that is coming in, but not realizing that that money coming in doesn't belong to me. I need to account for every bit of money that comes in. Hence why this particular masterclass has been created, and I'm making it free, because what I'm teaching us, what I'm going to show to us, all of the resources I'm going to provide for this masterclass is what I've paid for, and it's part of my experience as well of running multiple businesses and dealing with several accountants over the years. And I've been able to hone in on some of these things, and it's really helped us. And I see a lot of people struggling with this same issue. I see a lot of people, when I send out surveys, when I ask people verbally, when I send out things for people to fill out for me what they are struggling with, money always comes first. Money always comes first. And these are people I know are running businesses. So they are not novices to entrepreneurship. And so if money is the worry, that means it means there is no way for them. They have, up until now, they've not been tracking. They have no cash flow management system. They have no business finance system in place to manage what they are earning. Or they have nothing. They have no plan whatsoever as to how to actually find out how to make more money in order to cater for everything that they need. This is why this is a very essential class, and I just hope that people, take this opportunity, because a lot of people, I know people that charge thousands of pounds for what I'm teaching us and what I'm going to teach us over the next couple of weeks. You will pay thousands of pounds in order to get this information, and I'm bringing it, free, so that once we get things in place, once we get our finances in place, once we get our business finance in good shape, it will really kick things, in a greater direction for us, because that way we have a plan about what the money is going to be for. We have a plan how we are making the money. We have a plan about how to, sort the money into the right buffer that it needs to go to, so that we are not running our business at a loss. The next thing that I just want to discuss with us today is this. If we have a business and we are running a business, as long as it's not for charity, and as long as it's not a non-profit business, it needs to be making enough money to cater for our business needs. It needs to make us enough money to cater for our personal needs. It needs to make us enough money to cater for loans, for credit cards, for our debts. Because we may have gone into certain debts, maybe in order to purchase certain things that are become a necessity, like buying a car. Maybe like actually you've been able to buy your own property, you live in your own home, and you've also invested in certain things, and you also want to invest in the life of your children. All right, one thing I know is this: unless you have a job that gives you £100,000 per annum, the sort of life that you want a successful life, unless you're a doctor, a high paying solicitor, you will need a business to actually finance those things that you want in life. You want to be able to travel, take your children on holidays. You want to be able to give them a better life. You want them to have a better level of education than you had. So therefore, having a business will help you to fund that lifestyle. And if you have a business, you need to make sure that that business is not giving you stress, it's not giving you anxiety, it's not making you demotivated to want to continue, because you don't see the results of your efforts into it. And the reason why you don't see the results or the yield of your effort is because it's not because that business is not making money, but because you have not appropriately apportioned what the money coming in is for. This today's session is all about the basics of business finance. What I want you to do as we round up today's session, because it's all about understanding why you are in business in the first place. So you've started the business, you've gone into it. What do you hope that business will give you? Is it to fund your extra lifestyle? Is it to fund your holidays? Is it to fund investment purchases? Is it to be able to pay off debts that you have? Is it to be able to have extra savings? Some people I know, they want to retire early. They say to themselves, once I'm 50, I don't even want to get to 65, 67, because the numbers keep increasing every year. You could retire sometime back in when you're 65 years old. I think now you need to be 67 or it's going to 70. So, but you might want to be able to retire yourself early. Some people want to retire their parents so that their parents stop working, and then they have enough, they're making enough from their business to sponsor their parents' life. I'm going to give us a very, very simple scenario, and this is quite emotional for me. When I took on the post office, all right, and we started running a post office as postmasters and postmistresses, myself and my husband, it brought so much reality to my life, and it gave me a very different perspective about money, about having a proper finance, a business finance structure in place for when you retire. This may seem very trivial, but I want us to understand this. If you do not plan for your future right now, when you have the time, when you have everything at your disposal, you might find out 10 years down the line that because you didn't plan your retirement properly, you end up working too late into it, and you do not have anything to show for all the years of working. I have come across a lot of people at their old age, and what they get for their pension is peanuts. What they get to live on is so appalling, and I made a determination to myself, this is not how I want to end my life up, taking peanuts from the government. This is not how I foresee spending my later years, when I've invested so much time working for other people, and I've spent so much time working for myself, and I find out that I'm only getting £100 a week. £100 a week to do what? And some of these people, on from what they get, they still have personal needs. They've got to eat, they've got to pay council tax, they've got to still pay off certain debts. And therefore it was an eye-opener for me to see that this is the time for me to put my finances in shape, so that it's not just the business I start now to cater for my needs now, but to also cater for my future, and to also prepare my children for give them a greater foundation than I had. I now began to, sometimes when we have business and it's just making us money, and the money is coming in, and we just do what we want, we go on holidays, we buy fancy cars, we buy fancy gadgets, I began to see the income from my business in a very different light. I began to see things in a very different perspective. I began to have plans that, even though I had plans, but I was not serious about taking those plans to the next level. I began to see, and all of this because I was given opportunity to become a postmaster, to become a postmistress at the post office, because I began to see people at their old age getting money that I do not even wish for a little child to get £100 a week to spend on what? And that's just about £400 per month. These are people that have retired, and this is the only thing they have to live their life on. So our business finance is very, very critical that we put this into focus. It's very important that we begin to put things in shape right now whilst we have the opportunity, because sometimes they say opportunity comes but once. And I told a lot of people, when I meet people and when I talk to them, and I said, if this is the one thing I've been able to gain from running a post office, is that the amount of people I come across that they did not foresee that, they'll close their eyes one day, you open it, you're already retired, and they had no plans for their retirement. Some people, you're also running business, the business is making you money, and you're spending it on your business needs, you're spending the money on your personal needs. there's no savings, there's no plan for investments, there's no plan for the future. I know the future belongs to God, but whilst we have the life that we can plan for it, we don't know how long we're going to live, and that is beyond the course of this discussion. But as far as I know, and as a business mentor and a coach to people, to entrepreneurs, my, you know, my advice and my suggestion, I'm not a financial advisor, sorry for that. My suggestion is that from today, we begin to see our business finance in a new light. Let it begin to wake up a nerve within us that will begin to plan for what we want in life. We begin to outline what we want our business to be able to do for us. Should it be able to, not just for now, but for the future, for my children's future as well. You know, I'm always envious when I hear people that they sponsor their kids to schools of thousands of pounds per month. And I say, that is where I want to be. That is where I am striving to be, to make sure that I give these children the best in life. Once I give them the right foundation, and that foundation, it has to come from my business, because I don't work 9 to 5 anymore. My life is run from my business, and therefore I need to make sure that I put in not just twice the effort to make me the money I need for the sort of life I want to live and the sort of future I want, and the future I also want for my children. So let that be the motivation that we also have today. Like I said, today is all about giving us the perspective, giving us a little motivation for us to be able to, you know, wake up from slumber and begin to think deeply about why we are in business, what the business income that we are generating, what is it going to fund for us, what is it going to do for us, and not just for us, but for also the, you know, the wider community. Do you sponsor charities? Do you sponsor people? There are people that are less privileged. Your business should be able, you know, to give you enough that you also are helping people that are in need. There are children in Africa suffering, people in Africa suffering. So many things happening worldwide that your business, the money you're earning, can also be beneficial to charities. You have to have a greater desire to make sure that you do something worthwhile in life. You leave your print in the sands of time, so that, you know, the money you're making is not just for you. The income you have should cater for everything you need. Have some to also cater for people that come to you, and that you are a channel of blessing to people around you. Is very, very essential. I'm just going to round up now, because like I said, today is all about motivating us, giving us the foundation that we need to put things into perspective and make sure that our business finance, we have a broader view about it. It goes beyond money coming in, money going out. It goes beyond, okay, I have a business and I'm making money. It goes beyond, okay, this is my profit. What is that profit for? And a lot of these things, it comes around because we don't actually have an account set up for the business. I know some of us are not registered businesses. We don't actually have a formal registered business. This is the time to begin to put things into proper focus, into perspective. The sort of determination, the sort of attitude you have towards your business is the sort of results you're going to get from it. So if you begin to look at your business like a business, it begins to function like a business. But if you begin to look at it like a side hustle, it will operate like a side hustle. That is one thing that I know. That's why when we started our business, we went all out. We went all out. We took all our savings. We went out. We looked for, I think we spent every day going out to different shops, telling people we were leaving. We had a business card printed before we even stepped out. We're distributing our business cards, letting people know that we're looking for a business premise. And soon now, before we knew it, somebody gave us a call that there was a business premise available. We went all out. we like I said, we went out on a whim. So therefore, your mind begins to change when you know that you don't have a secondary job to give you money to cater for your monthly needs. You begin to take your business serious. You begin to look at it from another perspective, and you begin to work on it more than you actually do. But when you have a solace in your 9 to 5 job because you have a monthly income coming in from that, the sort of attitude, the sort of motivation to work on your business is not going to be as if you did not have anything. I'm not saying for us to leave our job, but for us to make sure that we begin to look at our business like, if I didn't have this job, how would I operate this business? So therefore, it will begin to take our focus away from just dilly-dallying from one business idea to another and begin to bring things back into focus. If you want your business to sponsor the kind of life that you want, this is the time to bring things into shape. This is the time for us to begin to look at every areas of our business and make sure that we put our business into focus. So as a roundup right now, I just want to give us a summary of what we have discussed today. Cash flow is the lifeblood of any business. If you do not have money coming in, money going out, and then it's able to cater for everything that you need, you have no business. And before you know it, that business is going to be running at a loss, which it doesn't spell that you have actually a profitable business. And a lot of us shy away from dealing with our finances. We don't want to talk about it. We don't even want to look at the books. When you hear profit and loss, you shut down. Your brain just goes to zero level. Don't talk to me about money. I don't want to hear it. I was at that point, and it will not help your business to bring it to the level where you want to be. And therefore, having a thorough look at your revenue goals, why you're in business, what the business you started, what is it supposed to do for you, the income from it, what would it generate, and what it generates. Does it cater for the business needs? Does it cater for your personal needs? Does it cater for loans, debts, and everything that you've accrued to set up that business? You've invested money in it. You've invested time, which will also, it should pay for your time in it as well. And also, we are going to further in the next 3 weeks, we are going to look at your cash flow management, how to have a proper system for money coming in, for money going out. And we are going to look at your revenue goals. What are you looking to achieve from your business? The income from it. What sort of lifestyle do you want it to sponsor? What sort of investment are you looking for your business to generate for you? What sort of thing that you want the business, the profit from it? What sort of lifestyle do you want it to cater for? So we're going to look at all of these areas, and finally, we are going to make sure that you have the right pricing for your product and your services to match up with the profit that you need for the lifestyle that you need. So not just your lifestyle, but also for the wider community, sponsoring charities, helping the less privileged, so that you can also say and be happy with yourself that you are making a difference in this world. And so on that note, I'm just going to round up right now. I hope you'll be able to join me next week. When you're coming next week, I want us to have a deeper look at all the things we've discussed today. So you look at your finances, go through your bank statements. What are you spending money on currently? Where is the money coming in currently? How are you earning money? What products are you offering that is bringing you money? What services are you offering that is bringing you money? We need to take a deeper look at all of those things, so that when we come next week, we can dive deeper into how to break all of this down into areas that it makes it very clear how we actually assess our money, how to break it down so that it gives us clarity about where we are going, so that we know that what we have can cater for what we need. And until I see you next week, this is Tosin John from T Angel Business School signing out. Thank you for joining in today. Bye for now.